Yeah, absolutely. So coming off of the wonderful job that they did with the Roger Hodgson concert, and when we said, okay, let's form a band, um, actually, I was trying to figure out what the band should be called. And we called it ASD for Autism Spectrum Disorder, which everybody probably listening knows what that is, but for other people, they don't. So it was to create a little awareness. And we actually started by creating the logo for the band, because every great band needs a great logo. And so I actually did a little research online, and I found a graphic designer in the UK who is on the spectrum. So I reached out and said, would you be interested in working with us on this? And he's like, yeah, definitely. And it was a great collaboration. We went back and forth, having all these conversations about it should be this and what's the inspiration. And we ended up with something really wonderful. And then actually the most amazing part of that is at the end, when I said to him, could you create a little video just of you working on, because I'd love to showcase you on the Jake's House site and other places. And Adam, his name, Adam Barkworth, Adam sent me a note back and he said, well, actually, I can't really do that because I'm nonverbal. And which was really surprising to me and very eye-opening, because here I am having these great conversations back and forth on a daily basis, over a period of time. And I didn't even think that he was nonverbal.
That's just a great reminder to not rely on these stereotypes of people with autism not being intelligent because they can't verbally speak, or not being able to read or write.
That's right. Exactly.
Honestly, if anything, I think it's the opposite.
Yeah.
That people on the spectrum are able, because they don't speak, because they have trouble communicating, but I think logically they think a lot more smarter than a lot of people.
Yeah.
So I do think it is the opposite. Yeah.
Absolutely. So when we decided, okay, we now have the band logo, we have the band, in terms of selecting, we said, I want to do some covers, because, we could have done original, but it was like, what, let's pay tribute to those who kind of came before us, and let's do our own interpretation of some kind of famous pop songs. And as we look through that, we also wanted to do it the right way. So not to get too technical, but because it's a band, covering other people's music, we could have just done it as a mechanical license, which would have truthfully made things a lot easier. But we wanted to, because ultimately this is benefiting Jake's House, we wanted to be very upfront about that. So we actually, we contacted publishing houses to say we would like a commercial synchronization license, which is, way more challenging because we don't have a lot of money at all. And we were very fortunate with the ones that we reached out to that they agreed. So the first one, we knew we already had I Got You, Babe, because the charity had actually considered that song before. So we made sure, and we made that happen. And then I just thought from a thematic standpoint that Ain't No Mountain High Enough, which is a song that, Ashford and Simpson wrote in 1967, was just so thematically spot on, because it's all about overcoming obstacles. And then we rounded out when I said, actually, we had a quick rehearsal right before COVID started. And I was asking Rawan actually what kind of music that she liked and some of her favorite artists. And one of the songs that was on that list was Stitches. So we tried to get Stitches, and we were very happy that we were successful in getting that one. So those were our three first songs.
Cool. What do those songs mean to you, Rawan, when you're singing them?
Well, I would say that those songs, have really good messages, and they should not stop us or limit us from achieving our goals.
So, what are some plans for the band's future?
It's a great question. Well, through the challenges of COVID, and, honestly, we would have been together a lot more rehearsing and practicing. And so even when we recorded the songs, all three songs were done in one day. And that is crazy. I would not recommend that for anybody, but it was just forced to, because of, we wanted to be respectful, of course, to everybody's health. And it was when we weren't in lockdown, so we could do it. But knowing that, all the challenges of getting everyone back together again, we decided to do it all in one day, one very ambitious day. So knowing that we also filmed it, we did music videos. So we have the 3 songs that are now on Spotify and all the other streaming services. The next step will be, once we can get back together again, to have some new music that we can all play together. And I do want to make an important point, which is, we always talk about it takes a village to do anything. And there's been so many amazing people that have helped make this a reality. So that there's a guy named Scott Marshall who teaches at the Royal Conservatory of Canada. It's a music teacher, and he actually helped. He came and when we did a rehearsal, he worked with each person, and he created a very simple chart for the music that we did our own arrangement. And so that was incredibly helpful. The people at Pirate Music, Chris Tate, Ari Posner, who helped to originally do the arrangement and to fill in all the things we didn't know. And then we recorded at Metalwork Studio, which is an amazing place in Mississauga. And so all these reasons are the reasons that we've gotten to where we are. And, who knows with the pandemic where we go to next. So we're just preparing, going, okay, what are our next songs? So when we do get back into the studio, when we can rehearse again, we have exciting things to kind of see on the horizon.
Mm-hmm. You've been watching Autism Knows No Borders. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Also, we'd love to hear from you, so let us know what you think in the comments section. Click here to watch this interview in its entirety. You can also find us on your favorite podcast app. Tune in each week for engaging conversations of how people across the globe are inspiring change and building community. Thanks for watching. Take care.